Sisiyi in Bulambuli district, which is among the newly created districts, became a scene of death on Monday morning when over 29 people died in the devastating mudslide. The place was literally wiped off the map after several homes were washed away, leaving many homeless. As you look at the soils and observe the soils properly, you can see that water is still coming from the slopes of Mount Elgon, seeping into the soils, and you can see it gushing through or beneath the soils. Geologists say this is a sign that the same fate might befall the people still staying here if the rain continues to fall. I'm at the home of Jessica Wanyenzi in Sisiyi Bulambuli district. Jessica just stays a few meters from where it happened, but she's at a risk that in a time, if the rains pour again, she could also be swept away. But one thing that keeps worrying other residents like Jessica here is, even if they are ready to leave right now, where can they go to? Wanyenzi is now packing her bags and her produce together with her 5 grandchildren, but nowhere to go. Despite the perilous situation and many lives at risk, there has been no clear communication from government about where people should relocate to, although the ministry in charge says it is looking into the matter. Poor planning, though, is being blamed.
Because the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness is supposed to have prepared that in time, because you know that the disasters strike. We've been making proposals that government should have a land bank. They should have land that is set aside for a number of reasons, for investment, for resettling people that are affected by disasters of this nature, but government has not taken action.
Critics still say that what happened could be an indicator of the worst disaster that could strike.
And I wouldn't be surprised if another disaster struck. You would see a similar action.
After the Bududa landslides, which claimed hundreds of lives in the same region, geologists warned that other people living in the low-lying areas remain at great risk. Kabale, Bundibujo, and Kisoro are some of the areas in desperate need of relocation.
But the biggest problem has been resource mobilization. You know, we've been spending heavily in politics, public administration expenditure, multiplication of districts, and you find that the government is resource constrained.
Until relocation, the residents of Bulambuli are living on God's mercy as the threat of disaster continues to loom. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.